You're watching Talking Points, a focus on the political scene in Lubbock and across the South Plains.
Welcome back. Here's a look at some of the political headlines of the past week. A couple of sad notes. Texas Railroad Commission candidate Marvin Summers, better known as Sarge, was killed in a car wreck on the way to an event in Midland. The Republican from Lubbock spent 21 years in the Army, another 30 in the oil and gas industry, and over 40 ministering to young people in a group called the Royal Rangers. And longtime Yoakum County Judge Jim Barron has died. He was first elected county commissioner there in 1977. Tried to retire once, but was brought back as county judge in 2007. And all served folks there for over 40 years. The talk of Lubbock, though, was the governor's visit last weekend, touting political successes and looking for Red Raider voters with the word of his plans for a $1 billion endowment for Texas Tech. It would be a 60% increase over their current state endowment, which is valued at nearly $1.7 billion. But this is really meant to end the talk of spreading the wealth of the state's permanent universities fund to schools other than UT and A&M. That's a $30 billion fund that uses money generated from 2 million acres of West Texas land and oil only for those schools. Governor Abbott says adding Tech to that fund is all but impossible and claims his new endowment plan is better.
Let me tell you why that's far easier to get passed. That just requires a majority of votes, whereas to alter the way the PUF fund works would require a constitutional amendment. So my plan is far greater likely to pass and also increases the size of the pie.
You don't find it likely that the PUF fund will be amended this next session?
I would say the chances of that happening is about 0. However, the chances of being able to increase the endowment for Texas Tech is extremely high.
Just can't be an election without commentary and analysis, whether we agree with him or not, with our favorite columnist and artist, by the way, Jay Lisa. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, bud.
What we have here seems to be the political rock and hard place. I mean, the governor's offering Texas Tech $1 billion not to touch the PUF. And so how could Tech or voters turn that down, right?
No.
$1 billion?
Well, he called it a pledge. And what people need to understand, if you don't follow the legislature, what people need to understand is that he called it a pledge on purpose. The governor cannot propose legislation. It's got to run through the House and through the Senate. In the Senate, you've got 5 senators from Houston. Now, what Charles Perry represents, what, 50-plus counties?
Right.
Yeah. You got 5 in Houston, 5 senators, and they are Republican and Democrat. And if you don't think that the University of Houston is going to come for $1 billion, and then the University of North Texas is going to come for $1 billion, and then Texas State's going to come get what they want, I mean, this idea that we're going to set up in a Republican, we're cutting the budget, we're going to be fiscal conservatives, that we're going to set up initially what we look at as a secondary PUF fund. Now, I congratulate the state representative, Burrows. It's a noble effort, but everybody you talk to, or everybody I talk to, it's not realistic.
Well, now in the hours before early voting starts, the open House District 84 race is getting a little nasty. Mr. Tepper and Glasheen getting some bombs thrown their way, and along with some big endorsements. And Mr. Wilcox getting the AJ and the chamber, I thought was interesting. How's that going to shape out for a runoff here?
I will be transparent. Cade's a good friend of mine. I think that it does go in the runoff, and then you're going to see Charles Perry activate the lobby in Austin. And
so that means Tepper, who's already endorsed.
I think that that's problematic for the Glasheen. Now, maybe the Glasheen machine can offset a runoff, but if it gets in the runoff, then that's going to be problematic.
Of course, the county judge, the commissioner races are here too. You know, I think Judge Parrish's polling was pretty good about a month and a half ago. Now it's a rock fight. What do voters need to think about in this race?
Well, I think what the Gary Bourne campaign is going to do is point out 2 things. One, you've got a defunct database at the county level. Texas Penal Code 1526 says that if somebody is arrested, that those records are made immediately available. And now, because of a contract that the county did years ago with Tyler Technology, $8 million, well, it's between $8 and $12 million. You can't access those records. And then on top of that, how many people are incarcerated right now because their attorneys cannot access those records? And that's going to be problematic, number one. Number two, you know, is the Expo Center going to get done in 2022 or 2062? Or,
right.
I mean,
right.
what's going on there? And, you know, I know that the Boring campaign's running under this Stop Crime slogan, which, you know, everybody agrees on that, but it's those two issues that they're going to appeal to, and that's Parrish. It is a rock fight, and I'll be surprised if Parrish makes it out of it, frankly.
He's become the premier political cartoonist of our time. And if you're not, you think I'm not kidding.
A poor man's Dirk West.
Look at his social media.
At Jay Leeson.
There you go. Good to talk to you, brother.
Thank you, bud.
And straight ahead, talk of tougher qualifications for state teachers, getting pushback from school leaders who already have a hard time filling classrooms. The U.S. Secretary of Education weighs in on school issues here, next on Talking Points.